Shalom Yasharala, Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham Makakadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of members of GMS Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under. Today's lesson is dealing with the teeth. I had a friend of mine who suffered, like I said, a bad tooth situation as to where they had a swollen jaw, very big, and they ended up in the hospital last night. They don't listen, so it would be hard to recommend herbs for them if they don't like the taste. As much as I was trying to, they didn't listen. So I was going to do a quick video on this, dealing with the teeth, the gum, and the enamel, which is the, how to put it, that is created of calcium phosphorus, if I get it correct, which is the hard white substance you see in here, right? So let's get into this lesson. So take a sit down. This might take a while. Just being honest with you. Place a little cold too, it's nighttime, rain falling, but drizzling. So before we go into this lesson, you know what to do. I know this might be a little repetitive, but it is what it is, because the aim is to get these verses to really register in your minds, try to change your style of eating and change your diet completely. You understand where I'm coming from? So this year now, let me get into this. It says in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy thighs, and the strength of salvation. For Yahweh of the fear of Yahweh Salakia is his treasure, right? And one of the wisdom and knowledge that we're supposed to keep is going back, seeking the old paths as to where, when we will have gotten sick, what would we have rely on, aside from praying and asking that Yahweh would save us? The herbs. Because going back into the scriptures, you would see where we will have made coconut oils, olive oils, certain things that will help the skin, help the body. And so I'm coming from, aside from giving offerings unto the Most High, right? There are also other uses for them. So this is something that you should not, I recommend you not reject, because the scriptures says so. Right? Scriptures made it plain. When I go into Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and verses 4, I'll read from 1, go down for any newcomers just in case. And it says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Most High had created him. And this is not no physician being pharmaceutical doctor that is under the WHO or so on and so forth. Because again, for those who have the spirit, would be able to get an understanding that the scriptures is speaking about the herbal doctors, or even, as we know, the bush doctors, right? Directly deal with natural herbs, right? So it says, for the Most High cometh healing, right? And he shall receive honor of the king. Going further, it says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men, Salakia, he shall be in admiration, right? Now, I want you all to get a proper understanding, because what we're going into here would give a proper, solidify what I was saying concerning herbal doctors and not WHO doctors. Those are the incorrect, wrong, folly doctors, if you get what I'm saying. Do you think them really good for is to patch up your foot? If your foot break off, cut off or something, I don't know. Just saying. So like, I mean, and they might still try to poison it, to be honest. Anyways, so as you go into it, it says, the Most High had created medicines out of the earth. Again, the Most High had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. What does he mean by creating medicines out of the earth? Let's go back into Genesis chapter 1, and I believe it's either verses 11. Is it 11? Let me check. 11 or 31? Let me see. And it says, right? Straight to the point. And the powers said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind, whose seeds is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. So we get our understanding now that guess what? He had indeed. Because when you go into the next verse, it says, and the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seeds after his kind. Now, what are these herbs used for? From back then to now, only one particular purpose. So let me get this, make sure I get this correct. That is the reason why I decided to go into this lesson today. Because many people are seeing these videos and are abhorring them. And then expect now, after you are given the answer for your particular situation, you expect now that you expect to get some glamorous and glorious gift of or glorious healing when the scriptures already made it plain. You either have faith, pray, and rely on him, and let him direct your path. And if he direct you to a person who was dealing with herbs to help, and you see the videos, then guess what? And you decide to say, you know what, by whatever way that just means studying that. What if it go happen? What if it go happen? I can't say nothing. I'm not the father, I'm not Yahweh, so I can't force you, nor can I tell you what he will do to you. You gotta figure it out. So let's go into it. It says again, the Most High created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. It says, was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? Now, from listening to that particular verse, you know there is no pharmaceutical doctor that is going to draw herbs for his client. Listen to what it sounds like. You are drawing herbs and spices, or herbs and leaves of the fruits, the leaves of the fruit trees. I read it again, slower. Was not the water made sweet with wood, meaning the nutrients from the wood, or the bark, or the stem, that is where the wood comes from, that the virtue thereof might be known. The goodness, the virtue. Right? So let me go into 6 now. He had given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. And verse 7, with such doth he heal men and take away their pains. See? So with that proper understanding, let me get into the lesson now. Because people constantly be doing this. I don't mind. I don't talk about YouTube. I'm talking about people who, especially people who I know. YouTube, no problem. People would say it, people would write it down, people would. If they choose not to, that is not an issue. But for y'all who really need help on certain situation that I made video of, y'all could either ask or take the recipes down from the lesson itself. Now this video is based upon a good friend of mine that I say she in a situation right now. She head is very hard. So this is for all the hard-headed people out there. That what this frontal part was for. So let's go into the lesson, like I said. Let not stray no more. Right. Okay. Like go into it real quick. Like go into the nice neat. I mean, everybody's supposed to already know what your teeth is designed for. So I don't think I have to go through any functions of your teeth. I've been 100% with you. It's the first form of digestion, basically. Churning, crushing, grinding, you understand? Harder substances into smaller molecules to increase fast digestion as it enters the stomach. Also, the enzyme that is in the mouth helps to break down and absorb certain minerals that the body requires. From this point at your palate, coming straight down to your gut, even into your small and large intestines. Because your large intestines do tend to absorb, there's a lot of water. Normally, for people who hydrate themselves correctly, your large intestines are also used to reabsorb certain waters and liquids from the body, if you did not know. But we're dealing with the mouth, with not the mouth, the teeth, because the issue was indeed the teeth. They had I would call it a rider, which is maybe an extension or a second growth on your particular teeth. And what it tends to do now, as it latches on, it tends to, during over a period of time of consuming certain things, the calcium in that rider usually are less amount than your normal enamel, right? So it will tend to be a lot more weaker. So when you constantly chewing and even breaking up hard stuff with that particular part of your mouth, what would happen is you would begin to get a chip off. And over a period of a chip off, it could go into some worse because you would have an exposed nerve. So guess what? That exposed nerve now, with more food that you eat, ignoring the slight pains, is going to cause an infection. And people who don't take care of their infections by via herbs or certain herbal supplements that you could take to eat to eradicate the situation, as simple as drawing cloves and coconut shell, and you're straining and you're drinking, that will fix your problem. It may not taste good, but it will do a good. Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? So let me get into this one time. So let me go. I still go and go into this just because, right? In natural food, tooth decay, dealing with the damaging of yam. The reason I go into this specifically because it deals with let's just say I would say almost the end result as to what she ain't reached there yet, but I'm going into it just to give her understanding. Right? Tooth decay. A natural food nutritional approach can protect teeth and prevent tooth decay. Which is dental caries, right? Tooth decay are primarily used to primary cause. I said used. Anyways, primary caused by undernutrition and imbalanced diet, excess estrogen, which we said to try to remove ourselves of. Right? Soy, remove that. Many foods in it, but the reason why I call soy again, because it's just to show how bad soy is. So let me continue. Estrogen, number 1. Sugar, number 2. Salt, processed, chemicalized, devitalized, genetically modified, and demineralized foods, which is what I have been saying initially. No artificial substances, no processed foods, no sugars, no meats, no milks, no eggs, no cheese, none of that nonsense, no oils, especially soya bean or vegetable oils, which is soybean oil. If you have to consume your oils, you would use the avocado oil, the hemp seed oil, the grape seed oil. If you're using coconut oil, don't add heat to it too much, to be exact. Keep it at a low heat. If you can't keep it at a low heat, guess what? Don't add no heat to it. You can swish that in your mouth. That also prevents the growth of cavities in your mouth. It reverses the effect. Gum disease, coconut oil fixes that. Simple remedy. So you could write these remedies as I go on in the lesson, right? Make sure I'm nothing recording, right? So let me continue. It says commercial tooth powders and toothpaste contains abrasive and detergents. That's what they're giving you all now, just letting you know. That's why let's make more shit. Anyways, which are harmful to teeth and gums. Brush teeth with a soft bristle brush. Brittle to be exact, but I like bristle brush. And use distilled or spring water. Very good. See that? Now we're getting started. Now I would say, if you have to, there's a I forget the name of it, but it's a kind of gooey substance. It's come from the trees. I forget what it's called. Gum, I believe it's called. Gum or sap. The tree sap of it, I don't know what it's called. That is get firm over a period of time, but you could keep chewing it. What you could do is get the mirror powder. Get it might be a little harsh to put I mean, you don't have to worry about the taste in it because it's spitting it out. Get the mirror powder. Just saying for y'all, the mirror powder, very simple ingredient again. The mirror powder, you get the Enchino powder, you get the bentonite clay powder, you get the activated charcoal. You can make that yourself. I use lemongrass. I've used bay leaf. I've used orange peel to make this to make the charcoal. You understand? You can use bamboo shoots, coconut to make the charcoal. So you get the activated charcoal with it, and what you're doing is you're mixing it with either peppermint. You could use the essential oil, but you can use the safe essential oil, which you could get at your drugstore. Peppermint oil along with another oil. I add peppermint and clove. Though clove might be brittle, might be a little harsh on your teeth, you add a little less. That's all you're doing. You mix that together. You make a nice nice big container full of, if you need to, and guess what? You have a toothpaste that will last you a year. You have a toothpaste that will last you a year. Actually, if you're by yourself, 2 years. And you're only spending about $50-$40 so much. Well, in our country, all your country $40. In our country, probably $100. Being honest with you, probably less, which is a little bit still, to be exact. So, nice little recipe again. So let's continue, right? That you get that. Yeah, I could even add some baking soda to that, and you paste that. Make sure it paste like it had been a nice little pasty. You could add coconut oil to it too. I did coconut oil to mine, and it felt so good, right? And cayenne pepper, coconut oil to mine. That brush, don't worry about the heat. It's nice. And then when I would use hydrogen peroxide, but the food grade version, which you could add into your water and you rinse your mouth. That removes any excess remaining bacteria in your mouth. I've been 100% with you. For those who don't know what food grade hydrogen peroxide does, it's basically liquid oxygen, hydrogen and oxygen. It increases your oxygen level. So the food grade one, not the ones you normally get by the drugstore. Those have chemicals that could damage, that is very poisonous and toxic to you. So just making sure I'm clear that up. But that's dealing with your teeth. So let me continue. Right, brush teeth. I'll read that already. Avoid sticky foods, as they can lead to gum disease and cavities. That's correct. There are many toffees and candies that children would eat and stick up in the inside of the gum, the spaces in the teeth. What you feel are going to cause over a period of time it doesn't even take you a year for your teeth to start to get brown. I'm being honest with you. That's how fast it works with sugar. So be careful with that. Try to refrain from allowing your children to consume certain things like that. At least start them off good, right? No sweets from young. That would help them have a better life, a longer life. If you love them, you would do that. Let me continue. I mean, this is not for everybody. This is just for the how to put it, the children of Israel. Yasharala. Very simple. So toothaches. Toothaches can be herbally treated with oils of hops, yarrow, oreganum, and clove. Well, I mean, that's what I said, clove. That's why I include more cloves. No, I have hops there. I have the hops there, but I don't use the hops for that. That will be used. That is normally used for if I deal with the prostate treatment that I would have, or let's say the parachute and blood cleanser that I would have, yeah, to break off inflammations in certain parts of your body, especially deal with the genitals, but dealing with other parts of the body as well. That's how it works. So that's why they use it for that. Anyways, I'm not explain it still too much. I strain. Let me stay on topic. It says the oils is put on a piece of cotton, right? It says then the cavity of the tooth, then in the cavity of the tooth. So you put it in cotton, you soak it, and you soak it in the cotton, soak the cotton with it, so like, yeah, and you're putting it in the area that is affected. That is basically what you're doing. Yarrow leaf, and it's originum, right? Originum. Let's say it like that. Clove and ginger, right, can be chewed, which I say this twice in a few other videos. Ginger, you can literally take a small piece about the size of, you see the first line of your finger, and you take a piece of ginger that size and you chew that. You would see a difference in everything. Your oxygen level will increase. If you have any buildups of mucus in your phlegm, that will begin to remove. You would feel it coming out without you having to try to brush it off using the you know how it is. You kind of use an inside cough like to kind of remove the buildup like that. So let me continue. My phone almost, let me make sure it's thing recording, eh? Right, so let me continue. Right, clove and ginger, which I just do daily. I just chew up cloves, whole cloves and ginger, just let you know, every day. It's also good for preventing like viruses and certain and cutting infections. Very good for blood flow. Very good for your heart. Very good for your liver. Very good for your kidney. Just let you know. Very good for your blood. Be honest with you. Very good for your brain. So nice little simple hack you could use as well as if you're going anywhere, you throw some whole cloves in your pocket, if you have a pocket, and a piece of ginger. That ginger will not spoil in your pocket. Just let you know. You could chew up that piece by piece daily. I just do that. I does do that all the time. So it's not impossible. So they continue. Clove and ginger can be chewed to relieve the pain of toothaches, white willow, and/or boswellia can be taken for pain. Feverfew can be used for nerve pain, which is correct. I know we're going to go into that very soon. So let's go into the tooth decay. Tooth decay is related to an acidic diet and calcium imbalance. Calcium imbalance causes what? The gradual breakdown of the tooth. So you see, what I was saying before concerning the riders, what has happened to the riders? Gradual what? Breakdown. Chipping over a period of time until eating hard substances, eating sweet substances, it chips until there's an opening on the nerves. So let me continue. I want to go into this part to show you how much the teeth tends to affect your body. So let me continue with this song. Right. Calcium imbalance cause the gradual breakdown of the tooth support, gum and bone, right? This is seen in periodontal a wronged teeth disease. A wronged teeth disease. A periodontal disease is the leading cause of tooth bone loss in adults, which is indeed correct. The bone loss is usually a gradual process that starts with the lungs and then the sex organs. You seeing that? Seeing that? Then the teeth, and finally the bones. And for those who don't know, this goes even further. Let me show you something. Let me see if I get this. Right, what you say? Some causes of toothache may be a warning sign of heart attack. Heart and lung disease can cause toothache pains, due to the location of your vagus nerve. And this is what happened to the young lady last night. She was not taking care of her mouth. Her mouth was swollen and she began to have pain in her chest because of the amount of inflammation is there. It's going to circle throughout your blood over a period of time. That was the biggest it could have get. It couldn't get bigger than that unless you want your jaw to rip open. So what is going to happen? Your body is going to have to force it through your veins and arteries at times. And guess what? When those things pass through your veins and arteries, you just feel it. And you don't like that feeling. Nobody would like that kind of feeling. So let me continue. Let me go back into it. So I will stop at the I guess I will stop at the I was about the calcium phosphorus. So let me continue. The rush by reach bam bam. Right. I says then the teeth and the and finally bones. Calcium is related to phosphorus. The body must have 1 part phosphorus for each part calcium. 1:1 ratio to be exact. If this ratio is not maintained, then the bone loss results. And when you go for it, says the phosphorus calcium ratio of the average denatured junk food diet is 21:1 instead of the ideal 1:1. The problem with refined processed foods are that there is an imbalance of phosphorus. Eating animal flesh, meat, contributes to this ratio imbalance in the meat. In that meat has 20 parts phosphorus to 1 part calcium. Refined cereal, bleached white flour, and sugar products are about 6:1, and cooked potatoes 5:1. And this is why people has been saying, Sebi and all that even has said, stay away from potato. At times, rather you get your own, you either plant your own and make sure it's in the right soil and everything, than you go and buy. These things are not to be consumed. They tend to push chemicals into them, inject them. We know that. Be careful with these things, right? So let me continue. Potatoes. Soft drinks, soda, soft drinks, soft drinks. Y'all should not be drinking soft drink right now, especially Coca-Cola. For those who don't know, Coca-Cola is one of the few soft drinks that dissolve calcium. If you do not know, now you know. And I know the one people going to say, no, that make no sense. No, trust me. If y'all know the chemicals that is in Coca-Cola, you know what? Just do it. Just take some time, take a little read about Coca-Cola. I'm sure what I see, y'all would see too. And when y'all go into that particular chemical, you will get the understanding, right? So just keep that in mind. That could be a little homework for y'all. I don't give homeworks, but a nice little thing for you to learn now as y'all going into to understanding the herbs more, right? Because Yahweh really and truly Yahweh is the one who sent us for us to really develop ourselves and so that we could help ourselves. Because when you really think about it, all this is to what? Prolong our lives. That we continue to live the way He allows us to live. The longer our life is, the more we can do for Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. I indeed tend to live out my entire life for Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Though the signs are showing itself to be near. That's just where it is. I've made up my mind. And I think God change. So, we have your ups and downs. We have your ups and downs. We are not perfect. But guess what? We can at least try or strive. Because when they go into 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 17, it says, 16 and 17, all scriptures is given by the inspiration of the Most High, and is profitable for doctrines, for reproofs, for correction, and for instructions in righteousness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, and truly furnished unto all good works. So we can at least strive to become so. At least strive to do the right things. We may fall short, we may go off, we may do something that we are not proud of, we may do something that we know that is wrong, but so I don't know, something probably jump on you all to do it. Guess what? We still on that grace period. We really need to buck up yourself. We need to get yourself in order. And get this under our belt so we could really and truly be, aside from having Yahweh at our side, being able to bring this knowledge onto others to help them too. So let's continue. I think that's supposed to be it there now. I want to go more into it, more detail. Let me read the last part. I'll read right here. Calcium is taken from the jaw because the teeth is the jaw causes the teeth to shift. I think I read it wrong. No, I read it way down. So that calcium is taken from the bones, and this results in bone deterioration. The bone loss or weak bones of the jaw causes teeth to shift. The solution to this bone loss is braces for the teeth, which is, I would say, with understanding, yes, it's a correct statement, but at the same time, I mean, yes, it makes sense. But there are exercises to strengthen your muscles to keep them in place regardless, right? A good example for that is mewing, but of course, there's different varieties of exercises for certain things that you could learn or look up and get understanding of. That way, we don't have to put any synthetic thing in our mouths. You understand where I'm coming from? So now I really want to go into the teeth, this side, the teeth chart, dealing with I will go from I'll go how it's listed. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, right? Which is the third molar, which is wisdom teeth, right? Second molar, which is the 12-year molar. Then there's this first molar, which is the 6th-year molar. Then we have the second, I don't even know what that word is. Hold on. The second, let me try. The second premolar, it is what it is. Right? We ain't going to that word too different right now. The second premolar, and then we have the first premolar, right? Then you have the cuspid or the canine or the eye tooth like here. Then you have the lateral incisors and you have the central incisors, right? And let me see if the next chart will show it better. No, wrong one. Right. So that is basically what it is. And you see in the four quarters, upper right quadrant, upper left quadrant, which is the upper part, left side and the right side, right? Then we have the lower right quadrant and you have the lower left quadrant with the incisors, the canines, and so forth, right? So now let's go back and to get more understanding of the chart. Then you have the central incisors on the left side. All is the same basically. They are both duplicates, how to say, or reality as they are on both sides. So we don't have to go through this. So what's on the left would be on the right, what's on the top would be on the bottom. And that's basically what it is. So what I really want to dive into is this. So your teeth are composed of 4 dental tissues. 3 of them, which is the enamel, the dentin, the anslacker, and the cementum, and are hard tissues. The 4 tissues, pulp, or the center of the tooth that contains nerves, which we will get in the next chart, nerves, blood vessels, and connective tissues, so is a soft or non-calcified tissue. When you go further, look at the chart before you go further. This is the chart. You're seeing the enamel, the dentin, the pulp, which is the very soft, and then there's the root, which is the root canal, which is it. Then there's the nerves and the blood supply, which is in the bottom part. So the inside part is what really just causes that pain. When it's visible, when it's naked, when it's revealed, or that particular part of the enamel is broken out and that is naked. You understand? Any air gets into that or food gets into that will cause issues, especially if you don't take care of your mouth and you eat knowing that you have a crack in the teeth. Yeah, you're going to be in some trouble. Just being honest with you. So, to prevent that, we'll get something to prevent that just now. Let you continue with what you're doing. So going into the enamel part, it says the enamel is comprised of the mineral calcium phosphate. And it says arranged in a crystal structure known as hydroxyapatites, if that's the correct pronunciation. It says seashells are made from calcium carbonate. There's a difference. You understand? Now, what the drugstore tends to give us is the carbonate version at times, which is the incorrect version. And even certain understanding, even the phosphate is incorrect as well at times with certain minerals. So we ought to be careful. And I did one on just iron, but I think I want to do a mineral charts on the natural minerals versus the synthetic or the made minerals. So you can tell by the difference. So if you go in by a drugstore, you could even siphon by going to a drugstore and seeing, you might see iron fluorine or iron phosphate. And you know the iron phosphate will be the incorrect one at this point, right? I mean, it is what it is. If I say it correct, for certain parts of your body, to be exact. If you look at something that deals with directly your bone and your blood, you require different type of iron. That's how it is. They are all the same but broken down to suit the body. But I would just rather eat your fruits and veggies and get it from there. So as you continue, pearls, we need to go through all that. We talking about teeth. So now let's go into the remedies for your teeth, right? So we have this part up here: mouth, oral, and dental issues. We have bleeding and swollen gums, which is what she had. We had cavity, which is what she had. We had sore colds, no. Gingivitis, possibly what she had. Sore mouth, yes, she had sore mouth. So just to show you, and many of these herbs are reused in the other topics dealing with different varieties of illness, because they work well in the same. So let me continue. Now, aloes, aloes, though it might be acidic, it's recommended for the outer part of your body. Your teeth is known to be in the mud, but in the outer part, so yes, no problem. What you could do though, you could get the aloes, you cut it and you soak it in some water. So you can allow the water to get you add plenty to it, and you make aloes water basically, and you can swish them out with that as well. Just showing you something. But let me go into it. There's aloe vera, there's bilberries, there's borage, there's California buckwheat, there's cat's tail, very, very good. There's comfrey. I heard about comfrey. It's very good for your teeth. I never tried comfrey for your teeth before. I know it's very high in minerals, not as high as sea moss or moringa or the other stuff, or burdock root, which is very, very high. But it's very high at the same time. There's fennel, which is very good for removing bacteria and reducing inflammation in majority of your body. So I would see why they would use this for bleeding and swollen gums. It's very effective for that. So let me continue. Lamb's quarters. I will show you all a picture of lamb's quarters soon. Plantain. I would say the plantain leaf or even the stem. You cut off that particular part. The juice, you could get that juice. You can mix it with the aloe vera water and you could swish them out with that as well. Just giving you a heads up. Just like how you do the coconut oil, you could do it with that too. Let me continue. Then you see thyme. Now the thyme, the small leaf thyme is also very good for removing bacteria and swelling. And for the teeth, there's also the big leaf thyme, which you know as oregano. That is also very good for your mouth because it kills the bacteria, preventing many gum diseases. Because how does the gum disease start? From what? Bacteria. But by poor eating and not taking care of your mouth, which is the first form of digestion, for those who do not know. And then you have the cavities, which is the blood root. Then you have the calendula, very good for calming the body. Then you have, I see in duck. I'm not sure if it's duck flower or if it's yellow duck or if it's bird duck. But okay, I will have to go into this. I guess I don't know I don't know if it is. But there's a fever few, which was mentioned before. Very, very good for washing your mouth. Very, very good use for drawing and drinking as well. Helps the teeth. Helps toothache. And fevers, to be exact. Holy basil, very, very good. Very, very good for swelling. Very, very good for removing bacteria. For increasing the blood flow in the capillaries as well. The smaller vessels that carries blood. Then we have the horsetail. Now, I used horsetail already. I didn't like it. I'll be honest with you. I have been around plenty bitter herbs. Even horhung was a bit nice considering the bitterness. It was strong. I don't mind that, but the horsetail have a weird taste. Now that could just be me. Who knows? Somebody else might like that, but for me, it's a weird taste. I wouldn't. I mean, it is what it is. That is your choice at this point. Then you have the anise hyssop or hyssop to be exact. Then you have the balsam fir. You have the black walnut, as we know, which we have shown before, and I think I could take some time and just display this again. Right, we'll go on the hyssop first, and then we'll go on the hyssop. Nice. We want the benefits of hyssop. Cough. Super effective. Highly effective. Crap. This next word. Effective, as you see in here. Now, normally they won't show teeth here, just letting you know, or gum or toothache. They never show it here. But how you could tell? By simple anti-inflammatory antiseptic. Understand? There's others. Antiviral. There's others to show. So you don't have to worry if you're not seeing it here. So, well, the rain falling right now. So I believe I might have to close out this lesson a little faster than before. Before it get louder, right? So let me do this fast. Let me come out. I'm go back into the list. We run through the list fast. And we go into the others to get more understanding. And from there we'll be good, right? So this dealing with. Alright, so we go back into cold sores, the hyssop, the balsam fir, the black walnut, the calendula, the devil's club, the echinacea, very good. Echinacea, very good for fighting off infections. It's not the best one, but it's very good for doing so. And though it might be an acidic herb, it can also be used once you add things like ginger to be exact, right? So, which we know is very good for your teeth as well, which was shown. So echinacea, you add some ginger into that, and you have nothing to worry about. You could consume that normal. Flax, I don't know about that one. I don't like flax, to be honest with you. But if you all want to try it, you can go ahead. Burdock root, great burdock root, very good. Right? Lemon balm, red root, self heal, slippery elm, or slippery elm bark to be exact. St. John wort, turkey tail, and Usnia or Usena, I don't know. Bilberry for the gingivitis. Bloodroot. You see, these herbs are very similar. It's reused. Why? Because they are all effective in its way to treat majority of your mouth and body. Yahweh created it that way. He designed it that way. He know what's going to come and what is going to take place. So he designed it to suit. Which is why we should not abhor them. Write them down. Take notes. Take the recipes down. If you have at least 3-4 recipes, I've been 3 of them bound to work. Right? So take them down. Calendula, thyme, wild ginger. Wild ginger is also known as sparrow flag ginger. I've shown that before. Sparrow flag ginger, which is wild ginger, is also known as insulin plant because you see the shampooy part on top. Though that shampooy part on top, right, the liquid is insulin, natural insulin. That is why it's called an insulin plant. Your body reacts well with natural insulin. That is why it's very good for healing the hair, helping the hair grow. Because guess what? Certain parts, if you are diabetic or suffering from some form of sugar, certain parts of your body will begin to react different. Now, getting that in that area will begin to reabsorb that. And the root, don't talk about that root. That root is very good. I think after this I will look into that first, and I will look after this particular part. I will look into that after. Wild ginger or sparrow ginger. Don't I will remind myself. There's Yoruba Santa, which is a herb I never really went around before to be exact. I heard about it. The benefits is not bad, but there's the amaranthus, cardatus, there's the arrow leaf, there's the balsam root, there's the feverfew, there's the watercress, there's the woolly lamb's ear, and there's the yarrow. That is for the sore mouth. Then we have the thrush. Now, thrush is very easy to get rid of if you are disciplined. Just letting you know. When you hear thrush, it is very easy to get rid of if you are disciplined. It shouldn't take more, but it shouldn't even take, if so much, a week to get rid of with discipline. And being 100% honest with you, you would feel symptoms going away immediately. Like go continue to it. Which is garlic. Well, when you put garlic, add ginger to that one time. We want to acidic things to damage we teeth more and more, because that's what it does. Golden rod salakia. Then we have the potassium pomegranates. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Permanganates. Then you have the usnea. Then you have the tooth for the toothache, the arrow leaf, balsam root, bleeding heart, California puppy, cat tail, chaparral, very good for killing bacteria, parasites, STDs, skin disease, removing metals, removing plastics, removing toxins from the body as well. Aside from this, I just give you a heads up. And good circulation. Like continue. Hard leaf and anisa. Also very good for your teeth, very good for your gum, very good for your skin, very good for your bone, very good for your hair. Like continue. Lamb's quarters. Then we have the plantain. You have the red root. Then we have the you have the white willow. Now, for this part, toothbrushing. It's simple. You see, you have a nice little recipe here. Now you can write this down because I gonna give you one of mine's. I gave it one already, but I'll give you the next one. You get the mirror powder. Matter of fact, let's see how it's going and do this. You get the mirror powder. The mirror gum powder. Or the gum itself. And what that is, gum diseases and herpes, most effective, highly effective anemia, and the rest is followed. Like go into the action of the mirror: antibacterial, anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antispasmodic, astringent, antiparasitic, antimicrobial, antifungal, antibiotic for the whole body. That's what mirror does. That's what mirror does. One more time, that's what mirror does, right? So that is the reason why I would always say, if you're making any toothpaste, you add mirror powder to it. Then like go into Enchino, if for those who know what Enchino is. And I think is a common plant, but it's named Enchino. Let's see if I can Enchino. Can I find Enchino? I think I will show you all the common name after. It's a plant that everybody is supposed to know. Damn. That is this. That make me laugh. Off rip, super effective. Loose vagina. Alright. Let not get too much into that. We're looking for directly because the echino, this is the three herb that Sebi had initially on his tooth powder, basically. That's something. Well, I already gave you my version without those. But I mean, this is the original version that does tend to work regardless. So the mirror gunpowder, the Enchino. So let's see, Enchino is not bad. Looking for the gingivitis right here. See that? Candidias, which tends to show up on your tongue. So which does cause gum disease or gingivitis if you have any sores in your mouth, right? So, and again, antibacterial, anti-dysentery, anti-inflammatory, anti-ulcer, antioxidant, antifungal, antidote for what? I guess in probably a snake bite or something. Let's see if it's not dated waiters. Anti-diabetic and anti-aging, antiviral, antiseptic. See? All good, all for the what? All good for the what? The mouth. Aside from the body, the mouth is what we're dealing with. Then we have this word has been giving me problems. Not really. Every time I see this, make me stutter. So I don't want to stutter anymore. So I will just put it here for you all to see, right? And if it's not here, then I guess I could probably do a video on it if I get the plant and like show you all what it looks like, so you wouldn't be confused. Once it's not showing here, we good. Yeah, not showing here, so we good. Okay, so that is basically was one of the ingredients, the 3 ingredients. You see the name? So then like go back, like go down into the what this part have to offer. So for tooth decay, because this is the indirect with the tooth decay, you get the balm, you get the best thought, the brown bulgeweed. Now, bulgeweed is very good for your heart. I stand for this one. Bulgeweed is very good for your heart. Aside from your teeth, aside from preventing decay, or how to put it, rotting or decaying tissues, it's very good for your heart. I can't stress on that enough. You have the comfrey, you have the golden seal, the horsetail, the marjoram. Now, marjoram, it's there, but I would advise that you be careful with marjoram as it is acidic. It may tend to cause a worse problem for your gut rather than your teeth. Just making that clear. So mullein, very good. The myrrh, again, back to the myrrh. I would say the oat straw, never heard about the oat straw, but if it's oats, be careful. Regardless, be careful from that. The penny royal, then you have the pimpernel, then you have the plantain, which has been shown again. Savory, very good. You have the tansy, and you have the white oak bark. Now, during this process, I would recommend that you go on a juice diet. Though it's showing what you could consume here, I would recommend that you go on a juice diet. And don't be afraid to juice any of these greens. You understand? I would just recommend that you go on a juice diet. We forget the sweet potatoes one time. The prunes, no problem. Forget the spinach unless you're growing it. The baby spinach is no good. Better you grow it and done. Or if you can't grow it, you try to get an organic sauce. When you get an organic sauce, the baby spinach don't look like that. So, let me continue. And this is the ingredients here. The cantaloupe, very good. And it's a very nice way to blend, to make a juice with the cantaloupe and something else. To change the taste, as well as the peaches. Pawpaws, the oranges, you understand? You could use these now. And there's more in it. Sea moss. I would always say sea moss and brew banana with some either coconut milk or hemp seed milk and either 2 pieces of date or agave nectar, because that will give you the nutrients required. And as we know, we need calcium to ensure that our teeth, aside from calcium, we need the others, but we need to make sure our enamel remains steady and strong to take on any other digestion that it needs to be, because you don't want to end up consuming your food in a straw for the rest of your life or having to get dentures. That would be embarrassing, right? So, that's just what it is. So this is supposed to conclude the lesson here now. That really is it. Let me finish off with my because I really want you all to get understanding. This is the purpose. The purpose for these herbs is to prolong life. When they go into 12, it says, "Then give place to the physician, for the Most High had created him, and let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him." There is time when in their hand there is good success, for they shall also pray unto the Most High that he would prosper that which they give for ease and for remedy to prolong life. See? And it says what? He that sitteth before his maker, let him fall into the hands of the physician. So if you know, as Jakes, we all would have sinned. So the greatest physician on this earth is Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. But then he also put people on this earth to make sure. You understand? So there are people on this earth that set up to do these things, to help gather the elect as well. Because I find plenty of people who I see would have been, seem to be, if they are called, then they will be very knowledgeable to help gather and preserve the elect. So, that's what I'm saying. So I hope this really does help y'all with the teats. Y'all can make draws, which is to steep. Again, clove, you could boil the cloves. You could boil the, literally, I'm telling you all this because I want you all to test it, try it yourself. Boil the cloves, put them into big glass containers or grade 2 plastic. That way it don't chip off and go into your bloodstream. But more glass, you understand? Or clay, cover it, put it in your fridge, however you choose to use, put it in your fridge. And guess what? You rinse that every day. Gargle that up and either spit it out or drink it because it's clove. If you drink it, very good for you. If you spit it out, it doesn't matter. It still went through your gum. Or you can even use the coconut oil. Get the coconut oil, you gargle it that up and you swish it through your teeth as much as you can and you spit it out. Though I would rather you swallow it. And the reason for swallowing is because the coconut oil tends to coat your stomach line, your stomach walls, which protects it from acid reflux or acid burns if you all are suffering from that. So that's just where it is. So I would rather you all really and truly swallow it. But if you're not suffering from that, spit it out. You understand? Spit it out. So that's just where it is. So this concludes the lesson. I hope this was indeed edifying. I don't want to hear none of you all suffering from teeth. I don't want to hear none of you all suffering from teeth and having to go to the dentist and take their painkillers, which damage the liver. You understand? And over a period of time, less function for your liver. If it becomes permanent, guess what? Which it probably would not if you take care of yourself. But if it does, it's your tail to catch. So, Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom to all the children of Israel that are in this truth under the teachings of GMS and like-minded brothers that speak of the like-minded truth. And shalom to the Akiams and the Akwats that do watch the videos and share and like and gain edification and write down, because it's not for my fame and my glory, it's to help y'all. You understand? And so shalom to all again. And at the end, we give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh. So, Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, and to Wada all. Shalom.